And we're live.
Welcome back. So, after your eavesdropping and various shenanigans last night, you all wake up and it's a nice, decent day out. There's a bit of bite in the air today, but no strong gusts of wind or no particular amount of sunshine either, though. It's actually a bit hidden behind a scattered cloud cover.
Welcome to England.
Yeah, pretty much for this area. I'll give you that.
Windy, rainy, cold, and cloudy. Yep, sums up England.
Ah, the Northwest.
Uh, Fair enough. So, what do you all decide to do?
I mean,
Oh, well, get up, head downstairs, grab something to eat.
yeah, pretty much the
Yep.
same.
Doing the same.
Alright. So, bar's decently quiet. Couple people just sort of sitting around, munching on a bit of breakfast or drinking already. Not much really going on.
Weren't we going to collar one of the workers or something?
Yeah, we're gonna ask the town. I think.
I don't know. I was still. There's still somewhat not up to speed, shall we say, on what actually was said inside.
Oh, no, because you weren't
I
actually
wasn't
there.
I was very pointedly out.
Mm-hmm.
You were by the well, washing yourself and...
Yeah, cleaning whatever effluence I managed to somehow cover my trousers in.
from a shitty roll. No pun intended.
I still feel bad about that. But yes. So you've cleaned off. You don't need to worry about that right now.
That's fair.
Fine. Just yeah, it was just for the sake of what actually was said inside. I don't think Erlen's been brought up to speed. I know there was a little bit of like sort of conversation about it when we were walking back, but I don't think like the specifics and stuff were said.
I mean, we could have just sort of retcon it and say we went over it at the
Yeah,
pub
I do.
during dinner.
Yeah,
Before we
did you?
all went to bed.
If you did, then you did.
Okay.
Because that was a little bit of time where it's sort of a small jump cut, so we can just sort of say, yeah, it was all explained during this part.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So, if we're all down at breakfast, then yeah, Erlen is definitely of the mindset we've done nothing but complicate it. And the original job is still to get shut of Headley.
Well, our original job was to help the mayor of this town. Do we even know if this mayor is the one that the mayor of Sandpoint's friend is? He could have replaced that mayor.
All you got was a name.
Mm-hmm. But that's a, that's complicating it even more ourselves when we don't need to complicate it that much. We turned up, they present themselves as the mayor, we're doing what they wanted. And certainly from some of the stuff you guys overheard last night, it sounds particularly like they've been trying to do something for the better.
Well, we don't know.
You seem to have a. Just like I know you, Belen, seem to have a bit more of a distaste for servitude.
Yeah, no matter the situation, I'm no way going to be working those. High folk, you could call them, the rich. If I personally want to double check and just confirm that it is servitude by force. Uh, but either way, we'll be, you know, doing what we were sitting here for.
I mean, the problem we've got right now, or the problem as I see it, there are too many unknowns, just in general. Like, if we help the
Yeah.
nobles, how do we know that we're doing the right thing there? Because if the nobles take
I don't-
over, things could be worse. Or if we help these shapeshifters slash changelings or whatever they are, how do we know that ultimately they're not going to end up being worse than the nobles would have been? We don't know
Well,
anyone's true intentions, is the problem.
from what I've seen and from what I've gleaned from conversations, uh, both groups um, at least seem to believe themselves. But from what I can also understand, the nobleman is based off a believes the information he's been given, while we have gotten the information directly from sources. And from what I can tell from those sources, they seem to be of a truthful intent, from my experience at least. So far, my wheel seems to be leaning towards what we originally came for here doing. Um, with the added benefit that I'd be able to fuck over, slavers.
Assuming they are
Um,
slavers.
assuming they're out slavers, and that's why I would like to check to see if that's a thing. Um, I'm yeah.
All right. I'm not particularly worried about the moral concerns of this because we've taken this particular jobbing.
That was very high
Well,
pitched for you.
no,
I'm
but
impressed, dwarf.
I mean,
Sorry.
evidently your antics with foxes the other night prove that you have some form of naivety in certain situations, which is in some people it's a good thing. However, when you're working for what is essentially just money at this point, which we are we not? Am I sort of getting the wrong end of the stick here? Sort of looking around to
No,
understand.
I think we are mostly working for money.
I mean,
And
money
when you
can further certain ends. Um,
okay, so
but
we're working for money, and he's working for charity.
I never said that, did I?
No, however, the sort of altruistic side of things tend to blur the lines on job completion. I'm merely coming at this from. I tend to like to see tasks I've taken on or jobs I've been given completed. Bothering yourself with the moral ambiguity of it tends to bog you down and slow you down in being able to complete it. We were asked to help the mayor of this town to do something. We went out and met with the person we were supposed to help deal with, who then insinuated that the mayor might perhaps be in the wrong. We rather openly now have alerted the mayor that we may in fact be onto them, and in fact are onto them, don't trust them, and have basically just exposed ourselves as being not necessarily people willing to get the job done and leave, but people that want
Ooh.
to investigate further and ensure that right is done. That's the sort of appearance that we've given this, which has done nothing but complicate it.
Yeah. Ooh. I from what we could tell, from what I could when I talked to them, or when we were listening before, they didn't trust us in the first place anyway.
It doesn't matter as long as we get paid at the end of it. We don't need to be trusted.
Right.
As long as we can
However,
be
when you
So
trusted to
complicate
do the
things,
job.
yeah. As
so
whenever you complete something like this, you just as long as you get paid at the end of it, you're fine. As long as
which
the which now we've complicated, and it may not be. this may be a case where once we finish it, it's like, cool, now you know who we are. We'll just have you murdered.
I'd like to see them try. However, there is one
don't
thing,
see-
without a doubt, that I definitely confirmed last night. I need a fucking components pouch.
Oh, right. Sorry. I thought you were going to say if you lay on one hand and did it with that, it felt like someone else.
How do you know that? You've spent too long in the woods, my friend.
I don't. It's just cities disagree with me. You hear too much, and people here are so crass.
But yes, I need a components pouch, so can we at least stop by the shop? See if they've got one? Because God knows I need one.
God knows.
I wouldn't be bothered by doing that.
Yeah, we can head to the outfitter. But what's the plan from here then? Are we trying to incite some sort of rebellion in these workers that are under Headley, or are we just
Well,
blindly running about poking things until
part-
somebody attacks us? Because
Well, part of the
I don't think we can stand up to that much stuff.
I mean, that's kind of what we've been doing for the past week and a half, isn't it?
I know, that's why I'm concerned.
part of what we came here to do is to stop this rebellion. That's why we're being paid, you know. So if that's the case, then we should well we should we should try to see if we can get the slaves free and convince them to rise up. If that's something we can do, then we basically done our job, and we've started something that will inevitably stop whatever these nobles are planning, which will work out in our favor.
Equally, assassinating someone like Headley would do the same job. Going around and murdering each of the other nobles that are
I
in his line of work
don't
would
think
also
that's
solve the issue.
necessary.
No, I'm just presenting a different side of the rather than starting a massive global uprising for what apparently is a bunch of slaves.
Oh no, I'm not
Which is
saying not assassing
Still
Headley.
legal.
I'm just saying
Why not do both?
no. I'm just saying if we assassinate him, the other nobles will probably back down, as he seems, according to the mayor or the mayor's visage, he is the ringleader of it all.
Yeah.
Right.
But
This
it could go the
this
other way.
doesn't help any matters anyway.
And I'm concerned why the DM rolled a D100.
Oh God.
Oh,
Nothing.
you
Don't worry.
rolling random effects now. Suddenly
Not
the
random
tavern
effects.
explodes with fucking beholders.
I may or may not have forgotten to. Okay, I'll say this right now. I may have forgotten to roll a special bit of loot that you'll get from helping one side. I'm not going to say who. And let's just say this particular one Ezra is going to be very interested in.
Ooh.
Right, so can we figure out which side that is and help the other one?
Yes.
Does it have
I think we can
something
do
to
that.
do with nobility?
Not saying anymore.
Damn it.
Does it have something to do with him trying to keep it in his pants?
I don't have a problem
Yes,
trying to
entirely
do that.
possible.
I have a problem
You
of not
appear to
having
be
it in
suffering
them.
from ancient Greek pantheon syndrome, where all of the legends and things can be solved by chopping Zeus's dick off.
I mean,
God damn it, Rune.
you're close.
That wouldn't even work though, because he birthed Athena from having a sweating
That's
headache.
true. That's true. That's true.
That's not how children work, but okay.
It is
Welcome
with
to
Zeus.
gods.
It's like absolutely, like 99% of the shit going on in Greek mythology is just because Zeus either got bored or got bored and couldn't keep his dick in his.
Sounds kind of like why Odin hung himself. He was bored and wanted to see what it was like to die.
No. Zeus is a little bit more randy than that. Considerably more randy.
Well, yeah.
I'm bored. What about this? I'm going to pretend to be a bull and go and shag this woman on Crete. Why? Fuck, I don't know. What? Yeah, I'm going to turn into a swan and also shag that one. What are you doing? I don't know.
Just Odin doing that, and
It
Thor's
makes
like, "Father, what the hell is wrong with you?"
it makes a lot more sense when you imagine Zeus as some sort of meth-addled like guy 3/4 way through rehab that's falling into like relapse or something,
Angel dust.
and it just turns him into this that will shag anything that moves, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes more sense now.
Whenever he tokes up, he just does something.
Something's gonna happen, you know.
Okay, so regardless, where are we going?
Shop.
I know the shop. Yes, I know I know the shop. What are we doing from there?
Well, so I'm just double checking on what we're doing. We're gonna go and then are we just gonna?
All I'm saying is that starting a rebel uprising of slaves doesn't just happen as simple as saying, "Okay, that's what we're going to do." At
I'm
least,
aware of this.
yeah. So, how are we going to do this? Where are we going? What do we want to do to get this going? If that's the way that we're going to go about this.
I have a rather radical suggestion.
This
Uh,
Erlen's going to put his mug down and put like elbow on one table, the hand of the arm just holding the side of his head, and just look at Ezra go on.
What if Headley just so happened to meet a Shay?
what's the shay?
We've met one.
Oh, that thing? Oh God, no.
Oh.
I said it was radical.
He might just give up all of his slaves.
Not if she entrances him. Hell,
I don't like
he could
the.
just
I
walk
don't like
off
So
in the middle of the
you,
night by himself.
so you are suggesting
Insanity, I know.
that we no that we bargain further with one of these creatures. Yes, we're already in enough trouble as it is with one, aren't we? Or is this whole imaginary thing with that brand on your arm different?
No, she's the one who gave it to me, remember?
No, yes, I know, but you're just suggesting that we start bargaining with her more. Her price was enough for us to come back here.
Oh no, we just say that he will work nicely for her and she just needs to entrance him.
I believe part of the deal was that she wanted willing volunteers brought to her.
I mean, Belham can knock him the fuck out. I'll make him willing.
She never said anything about willing.
Didn't she? Oh, no, it was able. Sorry,
Able.
she
Yes.
wanted able-bodied. Yeah,
I mean,
That will.
I just had willing and able in my head, but it was definitely the able bit. All right, fair enough.
I mean,
she wasn't. The children weren't exactly willing until they got there.
It's
did that
kids.
happen?
They're impressionable.
Well,
They'll drink any old Kool-Aid.
I've got the brand, so clearly it did.
Yeah, no. I was thinking about something else. He kind of shakes his head. Well,
It's just a radical idea.
for a so if we were to start a revolution,
We can call it like Plan F for fuck up.
right? Last ditch resort.
Basically,
Gotcha. Okay, so first of all, I look around, see if anyone's listening in.
No, everyone seems to be just sort of staying to their own little conversations and tables.
Okay. Um. Okay, and I kind of lower my voice, be like, well, we need willing people. We need to see, first of all, if the people that we believe be slaves are slaves. We need to confirm that first. That will both do, that will both let us be aware that it's a fact, and we can then start using that and start picking out people who are willing to be part of this, and we're going to have to spread that word among them, among people who are able and wanting to do that. We're gonna need to figure out who those people are. Start picking them out. It's not easy, never is, but we might be able to start that process. Um, and this time I won't be doing what I did before again. This time we'll actually be trying to watch and look out for people who might not be so what's the word?
Receptive?
Well, who aren't receptive to the Overwatch people, the people who are watching overall, the ones that seem to have the most disdain in them. If we're able to discern those people, we might be able to start, getting to know them and also be able to get more information about the entire situation. Because we can't really start a revolution without knowing who we're rising up, right? Um, so we might have to start looking for that kind of who they might be. Um, that's one thing we could do. Anyone else have any other plans to start this revolution? Or we just go up and kill Ridley. Headley.
That's gonna be tricky considering
Sudden-
he has a small
Sudden
army.
flashbacks of large armored war and powerlifters sort of. It's like, oh god.
We could. I mean, there's poison. As I say that, I once again look around.
Did you just suggest poisoning the well?
Did I say that? No.
I don't know, you're whispering. It's difficult to tell. You can just say that you're whispering and then talk normally.
No. He just mentioned poison in general,
Ah,
not
right.
like poisoning everyone here.
Just not poisoning everyone. I want to save these people, not kill them.
That would be saving them in a way.
No, it wouldn't. Don't even.
Don't
no.
drink that Kool-Aid.
No. Just no. Um. So we have that as an option. We can also, I mean, we can revolt the slaves. We could kill the person leading them all. We could start killing all of the people that work for him, and then end with him. I mean, we're gonna have to start from the top and go down.
This is feeling like a plan to
Or-
take down a mafia at this point.
I mean, who knows? He might be. We don't know the full scope of his power.
Are we going to need a Ghost Recon's Wildlands board here?
Yeah. We need to go after the power base first, then smugglers. There's no point
Because-
going after the.
Be,
We need to
no,
go and kill
because
us. We need to go and kidnap some bloke out of a church and drag him. Oh my god, the muscle wizard. We need to go and kidnap the
Yes!
muscle wizard.
We need to hire
Oh,
the muscle
yeah.
wizard. Get him on side.
wait, no, wait. The muscle wizard is who we're working for. He's on the side we're working for.
No, he's not.
Sorry, somebody threw me off with the Ghost Recon talk.
The muscle wizard
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the
Again,
like priest
flat-
in charge of the place. Erickson is the one who works with him.
Oh, and Erickson is the one that was in that
Erickson's
group.
the shape changer, or whatever the fuck he is.
Well, how we know that the muscle wizard is working for Redley
We don't.
or Headley? Sorry.
Seriously.
It's just distant echoes of "Get away from her, you bitch."
That's what's happening in the catacombs. Ridley is fighting the fucking queen.
So. Wait. So yeah. No. So is he working for him, Headley?
No, as far as we know, he just works for Pharasma.
Then why would we kidnap him?
I didn't say kidnap him. I said hire him.
I look over at Yerlin. Did he not just say kidnap? Am I crazy?
I mean, yes,
What?
you are crazy, but
I swear I thought you said kidnap. Okay.
no.
Um. Okay, so that's an option. Wait. No, it's not. No, it's not an option.
Why not? We can hire the muscle wizard to fight with us.
Okay, hire maybe, but then we have to give him money, and I don't want to give money.
I'm sure a donation to Pharasma would be acceptable.
How much of a donation? That's the real
I
question.
don't know. How much of his higher level spells do you want him to bring?
I don't fucking know. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean spells? What higher levels? Are you
Yeah,
Yes,
level.
he's got the spells Fist, Takedown, and
He casts Fist. Yeah, spell levels is a thing known in. It's like, oh, that's a 9th level spell. That's a high level spell. Sort
Yeah,
of thing.
but it's
Yeah.
but
It's a little.
it-
It's a little.
yeah, but yeah.
It's
You
a.
don't just
It's your
you don't
nosebleed.
just what?
When you say it, your nose starts bleeding.
Wait, what?
It's like, oh god,
Who? What?
get it? Because you're like, never mind.
No.
Fuck it. You
I
guys
don't
are-
get it.
You guys are really that. Right over your heads, gotcha.
Okay.
Right, yeah. Okay, well, we got an option there. We got a, and what else do we got here? We could,
Set fire to Headley's house.
we could try getting close to Headley. And then killing him when he's alone. And then kill all of his people that he works for, that works for him.
That's a lot. And
But-
honestly, we wouldn't
I don't
need
know.
to as they're mercenaries for the most part. So when the money stops, they'll
Not
leave.
his hands. Like, he has mercenaries, but he also has hands that are directly connected to him. People that work for him, and
Yeah, exactly. The key word there,
are-
work. They get paid by him. So if
Maybe.
he is dead, the money stops, no one else gets paid, they all leave.
or one of them takes up his position and starts.
I believe he's the
To
richest noble around. There could be a power vacuum
Right.
caused by it.
And the lower one will take the highest one. Take his riches or take his land.
Not if we take his riches.
And we still have a new issue. I would be okay with that. I mean, we should look into that. What if we rob him?
I mean,
That's a perfect way of doing this. We rob all of his witches. We get a fuck ton of money, and then he loses all of it.
Not to be that guy.
Yeah.
But could I just point out how varied our plans of action have been so far?
a little bit. We could
So, just so we're aware,
start a revolution.
we have currently had no. We currently
We
had get in touch with the Fae so that she can come down and kidnap this bitch.
Okay, that's his idea. No,
That was a
not
radical
universal.
idea.
Start a revolution based
Okay,
in the slaves and caste of this particular area
Assumed slaves.
in some sort
Student
of thing.
slaves, yeah.
Rob this man blind.
Assassinate
Poison
him.
him.
Poison him.
Yeah, poison him or assassinate him.
Or
Burn
they
his
both
house down.
rob and assassinate him.
Or everything at all. Like, are we this just? Do we perhaps want slightly more direction here, or are we just going for an all-out? How do we fuck with this blood?
I mean, we're
Because at this
spitballing,
point,
aren't
we
we?
might as well just stick white sheets over our heads and sneak round his house, going "Woo!" and try and get him to move out.
I mean,
Do
that
you
might,
think that would
might
work?
as well.
I mean, we could
I
try
mean,
it.
we could try it, yeah.
He might just call in us to get rid of the ghosts, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be awkward.
Oh, but then we get paid because then they would never show up.
I think we've broken red.
You aren't no Ghostbusters. You don't look the part.
I got my particle pack
Although
and
you-
everything.
You do have a cleric with you though, so that gives you a point in your favor.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Thinking about it, the party right now is all spellcasters. Fuck, actually, yeah, you would be able to do that.
Not if we're the ghosts, you spoon.
Exactly, that just makes it better.
Right.
No, we have the spells to do
We
it.
will exercise the ghosts. Right, I don't think we can come back here anymore, guys.
Like, do we have a stairmaster or something?
Okay. I'm leaning right now more than while I love a good revolution.
You've been in many?
I would love. One. I would love to rob this man blind. As I say that, look around.
I mean, the biggest question is, where would
Nobody
he
seems
keep all
surprised.
that wealth? Is there a bank in town?
No.
So he'd
hold
probably keep it in a vault.
So
Where?
we're not robbing this bloke. We're now robbing the town.
No.
No, why? Why would we do that? No, we're
Yeah,
not.
suddenly we're just cowboys.
What? No, I said
Is there a
rob him
train
blind.
running through the town?
I will let you know this buffoon is the one who said rob the bank.
No, I was asking if there was a bank, because we don't know where he keeps his money. So if there was a bank, he might have kept it in there.
Well, that's why we're gonna have to look around to see if we can find out where he leaves his money.
Yes, I'm sure he's just going to let us nose around his house until we find the vault.
No, but obviously we might have spells or some sort of abilities that might help us in this situation. Ooh,
Or
is
a
that-
phone call.
Or a phone call. What is that
Um,
fantasy technology?
This might be my possible new employer, so give me a second.
Okay, okay.
Yes, give me
Okay.
a second.
We shall take a quick pause while Belhin possibly gets employed.
Possibly.
I do have to say, though, listening to you all is so hilarious.
We have been bitching and arguing about this for the past 25 minutes. We
Yeah,
haven't come
I'm
to
not
a
surprised.
decision or a decent idea as of yet. It's like,
I gotta
rob
say,
the guy,
I'm
kill
somewhat
him,
happy.
start a revolution, just hire the muscle wizard.
I gotta say, I'm happy with this group because I can just sort of sit back and be entertained while my plans just sit there and waiting.
I mean, that's why Matt Mercer loves his D&D group, because he can sit there and let them talk for 45 minutes about
Yeah.
doing something.
The difference is that we're a bunch of asshats.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Marisha would come up with some of these plans, like robbing him.
That's true.
Pulls out knife.
Certainly campaign one, Rishi.
Oh yes, definitely.
But no, like, I'm just concerned that we don't actually have, sort of a general idea of how to actually start this.
I mean-
so do we want to just incite a rebellion? Is that what we're trying to?
I'll be.
Why am I on my own?
Yeah, I was
suddenly?
wondering the same thing. My D20 or my roll 20 is just disconnected from everyone else apparently.
No, it's all right. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
give that a minute or reload that.
Okay.
Where it's like shit. I didn't mean to send them into individual pages.
This is why you never split the party.
Don't you know you never split the party?
Fighter
Yeah, if you
general
reload
pack.
it, it's fine.
Uh,
Unless it recovers on its own.
I mean, we've got many ideas. None of them are really good. Like, at all.
yeah, I've not really been wanting to say that.
And we've kind of thrown an even bigger spanner in the works by learning. Well, not even really learning the motives of these people the noble wants us to deal with. Like, we don't know anyone's real motives here. Like, the noble just seems to want to get rid of the shape changes, but we don't actually know what the shape changes want to do.
Other than their conversations last night where they were talking about having built this place as a safe place for everyone.
Also,
Was one of the points.
am I the only one who is concerned about them changing languages, specifically going from Celestial to Infernal?
Not overly.
And then there was other languages that
Should
we
I be
did not
concerned that you
recognize.
could understand Infernal?
Not really.
There you go. Why should we be concerned that they understand? My point is, language is not necessarily indicative of somebody's.
Well, no, I know Goblin.
Exactly. Being concerned because someone speaks a different language is basically going, "Oh my god, I don't understand that, therefore I'm scared."
You make a point.
Deep philosophical political shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say this just got
Yeah.
really fucking political. Just because you don't understand someone else, you don't have to be scared of them.
When you're in England, you should speak English.
I did ask you guys if you wanted a complicated story.
Fuck it, I've decided what we're gonna do. We're just gonna kill everyone. No grey areas when everyone's dead.
Erlen's just turning it and walking clean out of town. Like, no, nothing to do with that. Right. So, do we want to perhaps try and watch? As someone to suggest something, if we do want to start a rebellion to the slaves or supposed slaves, do we perhaps want to watch the people working the fields and watch for these overseer type people that are perhaps working them? Do we want to perhaps observe what they're doing and how they're treated? And if it turns out that they're just regular folks working in a regular field?
Can do. That seems like as good a place as any. But you two will have to deal with that.
What? Why?
Well, first I need to go to the trader.
Yeah, well, we can all go to the shop, can we?
I mean, we can. Do you guys want anything from the shop?
I don't know. Cornetto?
Fuck off. That's an English joke.
It's like that setup worked perfectly.
That's a fucking English joke, that is. Oh, I'm just putting down shop. You want anything? Cornetto?
I was thinking of a different shop.
So I'll grab a fucking components pouch and a cornetto. I think I'll have a 99 flake.
99. Yeah. Mr. Whippy.
Those are like £1.29 now. The cheek of calling them
Right.
99.
Fucking inflation.
Now we're just talking about ice cream. Ice cream in England.
Right. So, shall we just head to the shop?
I mean,
And then from there, let's go and watch these people at work in the fields.
buy it as well.
I mean, we haven't got anything else to do other than, to list the plans again.
No, I think we get the
in
idea.
touch with the Fresh. You can kidnap a bitch, poison Headley, or assassinate him in some various things, rob him blind, set fire to his house, hire the muscle wizard.
That one wasn't really going anywhere. I just wanted to hire the muscle wizard.
Okay. Right. So, yeah, should we just look? Let's just go to the shop.
Let's just go shop.
So, you're heading over to the general store, or?
Yep. Hoping they've got a components pouch.
All right.
And hoping it's not like 300 gold.
Hello, friends. The one who met you before is just sitting behind the counter. What can I do for you today?
I'd like a components pouch and a cornetto. Oh, and a flake 99.
I have one of those. I don't know what one of those is as well.
Oh wait, is a flake 99 a British thing?
I swear to God, if he hands over a cornetto,
Only a cornetto, no components pouch or flake 99.
he only has one kind. Yeah.
He just sort of ducks down behind the counter, digs around a bit.
Will this
Here we
will
go.
this have all the components I need for my spells?
He pokes his head up. Oh, it's got pretty much everything that you normally would need.
Cool.
I don't. I mean, it's components. You need to refill it from time to time, but pokes back down. Hey, you should have everything you need to go from the gate. Aha! And a hand just sort of shoots up.
And puts a fucking ice
Above the
cream on
counter.
the counter.
No, and just drops like a little pouch,
All right. Hey, Erlen,
like just a little leather pouch on the counter.
where would I refill it?
Hmm?
Like an alchemist or a general store?
Out of character, it just sort of refill. You just sort of refill it
Oh, fair enough.
in downtime. Yeah, it's
It-
not the need.
I just walk
Exactly.
around looking for batshit and things like that.
Oh,
Oh.
it usually comes with like a little selection of stuff in there, but some, like depending on which spells you use, some spells have components that are consumed when you cast them.
Which I
But for
don't
ones that just have a regular
I
thing, a
don't
regular focus, that you have
think
to cast.
that like comprehend languages one is actually consumed.
No, it says if it's consumed.
Yeah. So basically, it will say if it says it specifically needs one thing, and that thing is like a fairly expensive thing, like for example, Wish, a diamond worth 25,000 gold. That's something that the component pouch does not have.
Ah, right. So it.
I think it's if it's like more than a gold cost. I can't remember.
I was gonna say, I can't remember. It used.
I imagine if it's just like
Language.
a name of something specific that it doesn't get used. But if it's like, oh yeah, you need something worth such and such, then
No, because
Some of them get used. I
was
can't
gonna say,
remember which one. Yeah.
I think a component pouch. Yeah, I was gonna say certain spells will say such and such, and the item is consumed. But I think a component pouch used to. I can't remember if it's the same in this,
Ah, there we go.
but used to.
A spellcaster with a spell component pouch is assumed to have all the material components and focuses needed for spellcasting, except for those components that have a specific cost, divine focuses, and focuses that wouldn't fit in a pouch. So like a staff or a wand.
all right. So wand
Does
or
any
anything
cost
that
at all.
says it requires something of this value.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it lists a value, then
Okay, go.
yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. Good to know. How much is that?
For this, 5 gold.
5 gold. Done.
Alrighty then. Then you just
Got
sort
your
of
very own
nudge
little
it.
bag of shite.
Yay. No, I haven't got any
Bag of fat
batshit in there
guano.
yet.
Oh, there's a little bit.
Just like shoveling it in. Here's an extra bag. Take home with you.
So you do now have a spell component pouch.
Halla fucking Luya. So now I can cast some of my spells. Literally, looking through my spells and that, there are 2
Okay.
that require the fucking components.
So,
Yeah.
they want me to come in for an in-person interview.
What, right now?
Ooh.
Not right now, but tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Oh, that's the you were doing, you know. Nice.
So,
You better hope you have the bottom half of whatever it was you were wearing yesterday for the interview.
I was wearing a very
Pair of
It
shorts.
wasn't.
With socks
To
and
be honest,
sandals.
it was really dark in my room, so I don't think they saw much of what I was wearing. All because it was a black shirt as well. So,
Wait, did you do a
It's like Rat
Skype
Week.
interview?
Yeah.
so
yeah,
today,
so-
yeah, online.
Huh.
Yeah, Belen had a Skype job interview yesterday.
Neat.
It was an online, not Skype, but it was an online. Like they weren't there. I had to record responses, and then it gets sent off to them, and they reviewed it today, this morning, and then the manager told this person, and they called me and said that I, did well in my, and they like me to come in for a. They want me to come in, and then they're going to be doing a what's it called? Like they're gonna be showing me the place. I'm gonna be they want me to take part or at least sit in on a meeting,
Oh.
and then they want me, and then after that they want me to they're going to bring me to the president, and the president of the company is going to do an interview with me.
Oh, well, good luck, man.
So I'm coming here
Evan.
soon, I might be going because I need to go get clothes that look good.
That's fair.
Luckily, I saved up enough money to, buy something like this. So, um, that's something I'm gonna have to do coming here soon. So when my mother is done with her stuff, she's gonna help me with that. So I will, for now, be playing, but at some point I might be leaving. If so,
Yeah, that's fair.
I.
Mm.
Ugh.
We've gone to the shop in your absence,
Okay, good.
and I've bought a
Looking
components
for
pouch.
ice cream.
Yeah, we didn't find any ice cream, unfortunately. We didn't know what to get you, so we were just going to get you like a Magnum or something.
Wait. Oh, damn it.
I love how Americans don't even know what Magnums are. Oh my god. Well, they know what they are, but
Did I just say that? Like, what? Never mind. Yes, of course I know what Magnum is.
It's a really big bottle of champagne.
there's that too, I suppose. But yes, we're going to just go spy on the fields. That was basically what we agreed to do.
Okay. Sure.
So,
Mm-hmm.
do you guys want
Anything
else
we
from the
need to
shop?
pick up?
Or shall we? They don't have ice cream, unfortunately. I doubt they even know what it is.
No, we don't have any of whatever that is here.
That's fair.
No, I think you should just head out then, Jen.
Yep. Onwards.
Like the Batman
With the
transition.
Batman's fucking 80s transition, yes.
We just have to spin Ezra around really fast and throw him out the door.
It just like zooms in on me spinning, and then we're in a bush with binoculars.
Like local, just run over by a cart. Oh god!
I have to come in dressed in business professional.
Suit and tie
Yeah?
Fuck.
with shorts on the bottom. It's business casual.
Fuck. Okay, sorry. I'm super. I'm shocked. I even gonna get this far. So,
Are you sure you don't want to be involved in this where we apparently try and rob Headley blind whilst also starting a small revolution in the communist or whatever the fuck's going on?
Wait, are we
Oh,
Karl
I'm not even
Marx
sure.
right now? What's going on?
oh, I'd love to be a part of that.
Oh boy. So you're all off to the mansion? Or to the lands at least?
Yeah.
Yeah, just sort of like gonna try and surreptitiously see if we can observe what the handlers or people that are in the fields.
Yep. Oh, we checked in on Serena before we left, and she's got a bad stomach.
Yes. Serena's not feeling well. And she's just gonna be staying at the tavern for the day.
Has nothing to do with Cybern not being here.
Nope,
No,
not at all.
that's fine. I just assumed that she was sick of our shit.
Yeah.
I
She-
mean, I was
she
gonna
spent-
do the whole
She's spending the day at
silent
the
but still there
Feywild
kind of
place.
thing. But no, he will actually kill you if you say
She's waiting until we leave, then she's going out back to pick some flowers.
Oh god, Cybern's gonna kill the both of you.
Probably.
Oh no!
Alright.
And unlike
it's half a
him, we
click.
don't have 5 other characters ready to go.
Alright, it's half a click to the west.
Half a
till you
click?
get to the manor.
You
Yes,
can tell
half a
that our
kilometer.
DM plays Milsim.
Shut up. You're not wrong.
Half a click. You got Charlie in the tree. What?
Charlie in the trees. What, are we in fucking Nam now?
There's
Yeah.
not really many trees around. Like, there's some on the edge of the paths, but
I'm going to use Spark to burn out Charlie.
god damn it, Viking. Alright. So, yes, there is a little bit of a forest before you reach the actual lands themselves. You want to duck into that, or just keep heading down the path towards the manor?
Will we get a decent view from there? Can we tell? Or
Yeah. The edge of the woods looks over, well, good chunk of the fields on this side of the manor, and if you climb up into a tree, you could probably see better.
yeah. I mean, I think that's probably our best vantage point. Though I probably shouldn't do any climbing.
Oh.
I have a -4 to climb.
What are you carrying?
It's because of my armor, isn't it? So actually, that would be.
Wait, your armor shouldn't be doing that much.
Well, it's put me down to a medium load already.
Oh, because
Dude.
you have a kite shield.
Yeah, but it's not equipped.
So then
You're
that
still
doesn't
carrying
apply.
Yeah, but I'm still carrying it. So
Yeah, you are still carrying it, so it would be, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, whereas I've only got a -2 to climb, but that's because I'm a weak ass motherfucker.
I'm just kind
Can
of.
Bellin
heavy.
climb trees?
He's a dwarf.
Or does he want?
Does he need
or
someone
is
to
he
toss
at
him?
war with the tree?
I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna make Jotun stand still, and I'm just gonna stand on top of it.
I'm imagining this huge crystal wolf thing standing on his hind legs with you on its shoulders.
Oh god, that's a recipe for disaster.
Everything we do is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a D&D game, of course it is.
Right, so into the forest, stealthy like.
Alright, so number one, everyone go ahead and give me stealth rolls.
Well, I'm being stealthy. I can't say about the rest of the party.
We
Well,
might as well.
Runic, Bellin, are you?
Yeah,
Fuck's sake.
All right.
9.
might as well. Nine.
One for Jotunus as well, please.
I'm going. His character sheet's open.
Oh, wow. I thought I did bad, but that's a natural 1. Wow, you and Jonas got the same stealth roll.
Almost like we're used to creeping through trees.
That's fair.
Bellin is not. Alright, that'll come into play later. So we wander through the trees. Belhin is making a good amount of noise, though. Not avoiding branches, crunching into leaves, that sort of thing.
I'm trying. I'm at least trying.
And so you get to the edge of the woods, like peeking around tree trunks and such.
Right.
And
I'm going
you
to
didn't see many
cup
people
my
out the
hands
first.
in binocular shapes.
God damn it, Viking. You didn't really see many people working in the fields the first time you came, but now it seems like they're harvesting a good amount of something from the fields.
Oh, if only we had Serena here, because she went all the way round the property. Or at least to our knowledge, she did.
Did she tell us that?
Well, she said she was going to have a look around, but whether or not she actually did it is another thing. She never told us anything about it.
She's just not much. She doesn't tend to engage much with this area.
But yes, you do see a good amount of people out and about. They're in fairly raggedy looking clothing, but not like dirty, filthy, like potato sack rags. Just more well worn.
Man, 100 meters northwest.
God damn it. And you do spot among them a couple of very well like dressed kind of people, but they're dressed ruggedly. So like leather outfits, nice wide brimmed hats,
Do we
just sort
spot
of
any
striding
like,
around.
any like whips or truncheons or anything like that on them?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Please be better than before. 18. That's cool.
You do see on their sides
Setting
they
up
do
360,
actually have they do have saps on their sides.
As opposed to the chair leg that Belhan is still carrying. Will Cybran ever remember to get that back? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Apparently so.
I'm also watching. I want to kind of keep a general eye out for like how people are less probably treated, but also like how they are how they treat the people with the saps kind of situation.
All right.
What do you want me to do? You want me to do a sense motive, or you want me to do a perception?
Um, I mean, you're sitting there looking at him for a while, so
Would I also see this from
it's
that perception?
yes. So, you just sit there for a couple minutes watching as the people work the farms and the what you assume to be the overseers just sort of walk about amongst them watching. And you do actually see someone, one of the workers, fall over.
We are literally playing Zulu right now.
And one of the overseers, like, head just sort of pops up and snaps over to him, runs over, and just sort of checks on him for a bit, calls over another one of them, and tells the other one to just sort of, like, fireman carry, puts him up on his shoulder, and just sort of carries him over towards a much smaller, like, barracks-looking structure behind the manor.
Can I tell if this bloke's like exhausted, and that's why he's collapsed, or from this distance?
From this distance, he doesn't really look well, but he's still like moving a bit. Like he's not passed out.
He doesn't look well. This bloke has collapsed from exhaustion. Doesn't look well, like.
Like
It's
it
seen
doesn't
better
look like
days.
he's exhausted. It just seems like he's weakly moving. He's not really just sort of laying there, like passed out from exhaustion or anything.
I see. Did we see them like smack him, kick him, beat him, or anything like that? Or
No.
just
As
sort
far
of
as you
help
saw, he
him
just
to
sort
the
of.
barracks like building?
As far as you saw, the one guy just sort of called over to the other and had the other carry him over towards the barracks-like building.
Do the other farmers and civilians around look concerned, worried, or anything like that?
There were a couple hurried glances when he fell over, but everyone very quickly moved their glances away when the overseers came over to look.
Were the glances to each
Yeah.
other, or to the overseers, or to him?
To the one that fell.
Hmm,
Bellen's getting important information.
maybe.
Okay. Does it look like anyone's like Erland and Jonas will legitimately just be making sure that no one's sneaking up on us while we're what?
Just go ahead and give me a perception roll for both of them.
9.
And there.
Jonas didn't see shit. Erland, on the other hand,
Jonas is a bit distracted by the nice smell of something cooking over in the manor.
he doesn't
You, on
eat.
the other hand, are keeping a. I know. You, on the other hand, are keeping a very close watch on your surroundings. Notice a couple flickers of movement as a squirrel just sort of scampers up a tree. A couple birds singing in one of the branches nearby.
Was no
Normal
one sort
forest stuff for now.
of... Okay. Okie dokie.
What you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
It's actually very relaxing.
It's calming. Yeah. Ah.
Twitchy wizard sees the squirrel, blows up a tree.
Just guards at the main house like, what the fuck is that?
Just sees a squirrel. What the
Just
fuck,
reams
dude?
of magic. There's just reams of magic missiles being fired into the undergrowth. It's like, what the hell is in them shrubs?
Fireball, fireball, fireball,
Yeah.
fireball.
Just levels the entire forest, and afterwards it's just you're like, the fuck? It was a squirrel.
No, I'm just thinking of Joe Cat.
Fireball is the answer
What's your
to
point
everything.
person in fireball distance?
Where'd he go? What the fuck?
Welcome to a crap guide to TNT.
Giant fireball. But yeah, so nothing sneaking up on us, and as far as we can tell, nothing too out of the ordinary, but still a little bit iffy.
Yeah, because like you saw, they do have saps on their belts, but
I have a sword on
they haven't
mine.
beaten anyone. Exactly. In fact, they do actually have daggers as well. You assume for protection against some wildlife or something.
Like foxes.
There's no sort of form of. So they do have just sort of saps for subdual stuff, but there's no like. They're not carrying flails or anything, sort of like
Whips,
weapons of
flails,
punishment.
cat and nine tails, anything like that.
No, and actually, the more you look at these guys, they also don't look like any mercenaries or anything. Like they're too uniform
Like, kind of
in terms of like outfit and equipment.
elevated civilians, maybe? Like, just foremen?
Well, one
Could
of the
be.
things was supposed to be that this Headley was basically making his own army, trying to make them all uniformed and shit.
Well, for the
So
most part, that was the mercenaries,
could-
wasn't it?
well, that's what I was going to say. But if he's outfitting them, then he's outfitting them with his own stuff to make sure they're all uniform. But this also could be something far more bizarre and sinister. If it ends up being something daft like, oh, I don't know, hey, look, they're all people made
Yeah.
by Headley. But we shan't know yet.
No. Do we want to walk over and talk to them? See what's wrong with that bloke? See if we can help?
No, because that's. I mean, the thing is that Headley knows that we're supposed to be investigating the other people and not him.
Mm.
So if we get caught here, he's going to know that we're actually ignoring what he said and now we're investigating.
Gotcha. No witnesses.
So.
God damn it, Viking.
Let's just go with yes.
Let's just go with yes.
Yeah, and Erland just stands up and walks back into the forest.
Someone comes within 5 feet, within 15 feet of me, and they get fucking electrocuted. No witnesses.
Damn it, Belhin, stop disappearing.
I mean, he's got potential work stuff to deal with, man.
I know. But he's also the one who rolled a 1.
I want to abuse him, but he's not here for me to do it.
I want to know what he's doing so I can know how best to screw it up. Oh god, is this what playing fucking Edge of the Empire feels like? I just have a point that I can use at any point to screw you guys over.
Yeah, pretty much. Or when we fight legendary enemies.
True.
He's going to use one of his 3 legendary actions. This fucker gets 3 per round?
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Or is it... No, it's 3 legendary reactions and 1 legendary action per round.
For
I
Edge of the
think.
Empire?
No, not for Edge of the Empire. For, like, D&D and Pathfinder.
Oh, oh god, that might be with the mythic rules
That's possible.
or something. Because I don't remember reading those. But no, I was mentioning like a Edge of the Empire's dark side points
Yeah,
thing.
yes. Dark side, light side. To be fair, we also
Yeah.
have a pool that can negate it. But you can't use either. So it's whoever says it first.
And what would that pool be?
Light side.
Oh yeah, in Edge of the Empire. I thought you meant in here.
Oh no, in here we just have sheer bloody luck.
Or unluck.
Yeah.
Bad luck, that's the word.
Unluck.
Unluck.
New ability, unlock. You fail every d20 roll. Natural 1.
Not fail, it's just a -10 for every d20 you roll.
Just switch it round so a natural 20 is actually an automatic failure.
Oh god.
It'd be like playing Star Trek.
Or no, just switch it around so you want to be lower rather than higher. Because then all of your bonuses would be downsides.
Indeed.
It'd have to be a temporary thing though, because otherwise that could piss people off very quickly.
Oh yes. So what are we gonna do, Erland?
I'm gone. Yeah. I'm not sure. We could try and sneak around into the barracks building at the back and see what's actually going on in there. Because I don't think we had a look in there last time. We literally just went into the main house.
I mean, do we want to take the dwarf? Because he's not exactly been quiet this entire time.
I mean, equally, do we want to take you?
Hey, I was as quiet as Jonas.
You would, yes, I know. Again, I'll tell him off later. It's up to yourself. We could. I think we should have a look around the.
So,
Around the.
Oh, the dwarf has returned.
I am so sorry, but I do have to go. I asked someone, and they ended up coming over, and they're going to take me to go get shopping and get all the clothes I need. So I need to go now. So
No worries,
Fair
Barley.
enough.
so sorry, Reg, but you understand hopefully. So
No problem.
all right, have a good
Good
one,
luck in the
guys.
shit. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, so while the dwarf isn't here, what we're going to do is we're going
Dwarf,
to
is your
bum rush
stomach
that house and get
rumbling?
all of us. What?
Is your stomach rumbling, dwarf? You better go back to the tavern.
Oh yeah, I don't feel too good. Must be a bug going around.
Yes.
He just sort
The
of,
bug of real life.
yes, just sort of like swish swish through the leaves and crack when he steps on a twig,
I'm
which is
going
every other
to
step.
face plant.
No, not a crossbow bolt going at his skull.
Suddenly he's
Well, no,
dead.
because Rudick.
What the
Rudick
hell
was
was that? That
twang.
sounded. Yeah, no, I meant in the sense of like pans knocking off of like trees and shit. I didn't mean like
Hands
twang, as in,
knocking
like,
off trees.
No, he's not
Yeah,
like
I
you.
just
He's not got the
imagine-
fucking pan of communication.
Oh, fuck, I forgot I'd got that. All right, yeah, okay, fair enough. That's me.
I'm
yeah.
half expecting you to rename the sap a sedative in a bit.
Well, I mean, he's the one with that.
Yeah, he's just
I
walked
know.
off with it.
But
But you've got the pan of communication. He's got the
Well.
sedative.
Yeah, to be
Sap.
fair, that's Serena's.
I know. That's the best part. All right.
All right,
So
well,
this session has been changed to a bit of a scouting mission,
it's fine.
apparently.
We're half our group down. Let's try not to get into a fight.
no, I'm definitely gonna bum rush that house and get us both murdered.
All right, I draw my sword. Let's fucking do this.
Viking, I get the feeling you're very reckless.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're my squad sergeant. Of course you are.
Touche.
Great minds think alike. Anyways,
And fools seldom differ.
Fuck
that
off.
is,
Sorry?
that is the other thing. I'll give you that.
that is the other half of it. Sorry. It's like just well,
Just gonna put that there.
just gonna say that and then
Right.
back away slowly.
Shall we sneak around then to investigate the barracks building,
I think that's a shame.
or are we going with bum rushing?
No, like I mean,
I'm just gonna say, like, game UI style. There's just a flashing yellow warning icon that says "Error, healer not found."
I was like, what? Can we see like little health bars over all of the guards that are like red and have skulls on them?
There's no
Maybe we
level.
shouldn't
There's
engage
just
here.
a skull.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No, not quite.
do we need to go and collect a shitload of otters' noses or something first before we can come
I
back? here
have
and
an
beat the shit
idea.
out of these?
Now we're half our party down, but
So
There's
we can have a
always-
party. Oh,
the muscle wizard.
we're not going and hiring the fucking.
Why not? It'll be so fun. Fine, we'll sneak in. All right. Is there any way that we can sneak around without being spotted?
Yeah, you can try to follow the tree line.
Okay. I guess we'll do that then.
Because it does actually go around the fields, and there is a bit of trees that goes through the fields close to the barracks,
We will
like a little divider line.
we will recon from like 25 meters away or so we don't just walk right up to the barracks and go, "Oh, hi guards who are on duty."
All right. So you two do manage to sneak around through the trees and manage to slip into that little divider line of trees and bushes and such, and sneak up, and you get fairly close.
Uh-oh.
And you do see around you, there's people working off to your left, people working off to your right, some people working beyond the barracks and ahead of you. And the barracks, it looks like it was, well, like the main manor itself looks very like permanent and like regal and like it's been there a while. The barracks, it looks very much rushed. It's all like rough hewn logs. It looks like it was put up recently, even if it was put up a while ago. It basically, it doesn't look like the best place to be, but it still has a decent roof on it. Not that you can see much from down here.
Hmm.
It does actually have 2 stories, though.
Hmm. Is there any windows?
There are a couple of cuts into the logs, although none of them have really enough space to like go between.
No, I
Like they
just want
all
to
have,
look between.
yeah.
Are there any guards outside or anything?
No one actually around the barracks from what you can see right now.
Okay.
They mainly seem to be like around the manor itself.
Are the windows like in a relatively secluded location? Like, is this next to like another forest or something? Or
Basically the plan of it is like you've got the main path that comes in from the east of the lands that goes directly to the manor and cuts through some fields. There's a little bit of fields in the southeast corner, which is where you guys were originally watching. There's this fields stretch on to the north past the path, and they stretch on to the west further out as well. The manor's just down the path a little, and there's a much like less well traveled and maintained path going from the manor to this. And you've come up on the south side of the building.
all right.
So if you walk around the building, people might see you because there's not really much cover around the building itself.
No, I just want to go up to a window, sneak up to the window nearest us. That's like nearest the most hidden place,
Okay.
and have a peek in.
So
I'll
you
hang back a wee bit and make sure nobody sort of sneaks up on him. I'll have the message pan out and ready to let him know as soon as I see anyone moving towards
I like
the
How,
house.
which way up are you holding it? Are you holding it handle up, or are you holding it?
Oh yeah,
circle up?
holding a handle with like a no. Sorry, no, holding it by the handle and like speaking into the circle of the pan, like into the pot. Speaking
So
into the
it looks like you're holding a
Just like-
fucking megaphone, essentially.
Well, no,
a
basically
reverse
just
megaphone.
well, basically like just holding the like it's like holding it so it covers the bottom half of my face, so that like you can't see my lips moving unless I'm just talking into a.
Oh, I love
Hang
it.
on, I need to
We need art of
keep going.
that.
I need to get Microsoft Paint up.
We need art of that.
Oh, God. All right. So you do sneak over and you poke your head up to look through the window, and it doesn't seem like there's much. Like you can see a couple candles. Nothing's really lit though. There's no light besides natural light coming in from the outside.
Do I see the bloke that they carted off here?
You do not actually. From what you
Damn
see,
it,
this
he's
first
upstairs.
floor looks like a combination kitchen / living area. Like you are directly above what looks to be like some sort of cooking fireplace.
Is this some dude's house?
You can see a table. It looks like it's a very long table,
Or is
and
it
there's
like a
like 2 of them,
workhouse type thing?
like cafeteria type tables.
Okay.
Like very long, 4 seats to each side, or each of the 2 long sides.
So this is like the
There's
break
2 of
room.
those like back to back. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And there is a stairway. You don't really see any like walls besides just support beams on this floor either. Like it's all very open, and there's a stairway going up to the next floor.
Okay. I can't hop through the window, can I?
No, it's a fairly narrow window,
And if I go around to the
not wide enough for anyone
door,
to
I'll get
squeeze through.
spotted.
The door would be on the east side, which is facing the mansion, and the mansion has people patrolling around it and standing guard at the various entrances.
Okay.
So they would more than likely spot you.
Do I see anyone in there, or is it just like an empty cafeteria type area?
It just looks like an empty cafeteria area. There's no fire in the fireplace. None of the candles are lit.
Damn, I wish I could disguise myself. Is it like made of full logs or like boards?
Logs.
Shite.
Like roughly hewn logs. Please tell me you weren't thinking about setting it on fire.
I could do that with hewn logs, and it would be an even bigger inferno. But no, I was thinking of ripping some planks off.
No.
Now I'm thinking
Like I
about
said,
setting it on fire. God damn it, Red.
Like I said, it looks like a recent construction sort of thing.
Okay, quick and efficient, but not very easy to
Not
break into.
quite efficient, but well, not quite efficient because well, planks would be more efficient, just not time efficient.
Yeah.
It's solid. It's solidly built, sturdy, and was probably pretty quick to put up.
Fair enough.
Also, all the furniture you see inside, like it looks like it's serviceable. Doesn't look like it's the most comfortable or the most well cut sort of furniture, but also it looks to be of the same sort of wood that the building itself is made out of.
I'll go back over to Ireland.
There's no one coming along to sneak up on him, is there?
No, there's no one really walking around or anything near it. All the overseers seem to be mostly near the roughly center of the areas that you'd assume they're designated to.
Yeah, I'll sneak back over to Ireland,
Okay.
and I'll tell him everything that I saw. The only way we're getting
literally-
in is on the side that's closest to the manor.
So it does just look like a...
Some kind of workhouse or something like that.
Yeah.
Did I, while I was over there, did I actually hear like the guy, or was it pretty quiet?
You could hear some creaking from the ceiling of the first floor, which you'd assume is the floor of the second floor, from somebody moving around or something, but nothing really specific.
Yeah. So there's definitely someone in there, but no way of getting eyes on.
Again with this vaguely military...
I know. It's because we play too much fucking armor.
Me too.
What is this armor of which you talk?
It's like armor.
It's like
Ah,
armor,
it's
but
like something you wear.
gangster. I got some armor in it, bruv.
God damn it, Viking.
Yo, yo, yo.
See, that's more what I think
Armor.
of when I think of gangster. What I think of when you do that, Viking, is just British hooligan.
I mean, they're pretty much the same thing in England.
Yeah, that's in
depending on the sort of area.
England.
We
I'm
no
in the
longer
States.
have our old gangsters, you know, the fucking Cray Twin type gangsters and that.
Yeah, because you probably sent them over here or to Australia.
They moved to America for the most part to get away from us.
Case in point.
But yeah, what should we do now?
Sorry, give me a second. I am legitimately just drawing the message pan. So
I rotate the pan around and just talk into it. What do we do now?
No, you have to cast a spell for... What are you doing?
I don't fucking know how this magic shit works. You just kind of talk into a pan and things happen. I kind of assumed it was enchanted.
No, you need a pan of enchanting for that.
The pan of communication. It can send a message up to 120 feet.
No. I've just wrapped a copper wire around the rim of this pan that I hold very much like that.
Oh god.
Oh god, he sent a big.
I expected a frying pan, not a saucepan.
Oh no, just like a fairly
Viking.
deep saucepan.
Viking, pull that picture up for your stream. That's
I'm
beautiful.
gonna fucking have to. Jesus.
What?
Damn it, Runic.
I mean,
You probably have better paint skills than I do, but still, god damn it.
sorry.
That's more
I
of
was
a
like, well-
jug of sending.
Well, no, because jugs of sending you can get more words in. That's why sending travels. That's like more of a milk pan, like the little tiny sort of like pans. It's like
1 fluid ounce of milk.
yeah, there's only a little pan.
1 fluid ounce of message.
There's a yeah, there's only a little pan of messaging. Sorry. Yes. So it does look very much like a regular barracks sort of building inside, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Any sign of that bloke that was carried in?
Nope. I heard noise upstairs, but that could
What kind
be
of
him.
noise was it? Like, is it like whorehouse
By the way,
levels of noise?
Yes, it
or
was
You suddenly
squeaking
hear the,
doors and squeaking beds and No, it was just sort of groaning and footsteps.
Oh
By the
my
way,
God, cheap
do actually
soundboard of
hear,
man being injured.
quite a squeaking
Oh god.
from what you assume to be the door, the front door.
Okay.
And as you both look back, you see the one who carried the other guy inside just sort of comes around the corner, heads back over towards the field where he
Caked
was.
in blood.
No,
Truncheon
no blood.
dripping.
Is there anything blatantly, obviously suspicious on this man that we can?
because I don't see anything.
He's covered in blood, truncheon dripping with brain juices. No, nothing weird.
I think.
No,
as
no
was-
blood or
as was
anything. No third arm. Definitely no third arm.
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly. Yeah, Erlen's going to quickly just put detect magic up, just to see if he can see anything through the within the sort of radius.
You don't see. Oh god, actually, hold on.
60 feet.
Yes, I know. I'm
Sorry.
trying to find something in particular.
You see the enchanted item that is from the loot that you're going to get.
Where the hell is? No, that's artifacts. I don't want that. No, that's Scarab of Death. I don't want
Wait,
that.
what?
That's cursed items. Ignore the cursed items. They do not apply currently.
Currently. I like how you added currently.
Well, yeah, it's me. You don't see much that's magical in the house except for a very faint sort of aura coming from what appears to be a spoon.
Is it a
On the first
spoon of
floor.
sending?
Not to alarm you, but there's a magical spoon on the first floor.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You heard me. What school of magic is it?
Culinary.
Apparently, there's some sort of conjuration-infused spoon upstairs.
The only thing that I
It's on
can
the
think
first
of...
floor from what you can see.
The only thing that I can think
So,
of that a
right,
spoon
hang on, sorry.
would conjure is food.
Right. When you say first floor, Red, do you mean like the ground floor? or
European
the floor
first
going-
floor, the ground floor.
floor,
Yes. Sorry, I got
Hang on.
Because I know in America, it's
Mm.
first floor is actually our first floor.
First floor in America is the second floor for most people Europe.
Okay, so it's where the bloke is and not where the cafeteria thing is?
No, it's where the cafeteria.
Okay.
It's on the ground floor.
Okay, thank you. Ground floor. Just call it ground floor.
Sorry, when I said upstairs, it's not. It's down here.
It's on the
in
ground
with in
floor.
with the cafeteria bit. I think. Should we go inside and have a quick rummage around,
It's-
or one of us go
It's
inside?
going to be
and have a
difficult to
rummage
sneak in there. But out of game, what's your stealth skill?
around? Me, person. I If I were to rate myself on a scale of
I said out of
0
game.
to okay,
What's your
that's
character's
what he's
stealth
doing.
skill?
That's what he's doing.
out of game, me personally, 3.
Same here. So either of us could pull it off.
You know, Jonas can go in. His is 7. He's just a bit,
A bit
bit
more
on the
difficult to
whole large
hide.
dog side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can sneak in. Do you have any way of like disappearing? Should you need to?
Me? No.
Runs really fast away. Yeah, like this.
I will use the power of my legs to do what? Run the hell away!
I have one stealth spell prepared. Well, which one's that?
Running.
Expeditious retreat.
I mean,
I can't actually open the character sheet for Jonas anymore, Fred.
that's a problem.
It's grayed out.
I mean,
I've got it open.
you're shorter than me.
Yeah, I can't. It
Interesting.
it opens a little translucent box that just says Jonas.
Oh well, that's not helpful. Oh yes,
With a little cross in
that
the
happens.
corner.
Just keep closing it and or double click that.
Aha!
Yeah, it.
That's all right.
Roll20 does that. It's weird.
Why?
No, Wolfie,
His
no
stealth
one has
skill's
been
7.
shot yet. Yet.
Yeah.
Why would that be your first question?
Because it's you two.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you're slightly shorter than me, so theoretically slightly easier to hide.
I'm not a midget.
I'm not saying that. You're
But-
like 4 inches shorter than me, though.
Okay.
And,
Which would
Well-
translate to not point jack shit
yeah, that's true.
in Pathfinder.
That's true.
It's like, all right. I mean, no. I mean, mind you, you are particularly tall. Erland isn't. Erland isn't like.
You're like half a foot shorter than me, aren't you? You're like 5'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 6'3". So
All right.
I-
So
I'm
yeah,
quite-
okay, fine. I can go in if you want.
okay, and I will do what I can out here if I need to.
Keep telling yourself that, Wolfie. All right. Yeah, I can head on in if you want. Sneak into the place.
I'm looking at is
Get myself
anything that I
captured and
can
then
give
die.
you to help, but
See, I was just going on the fact that I was the one with the message pan that could let you know if someone was coming. But
that
okay,
that
cool.
actually
I'll just
makes
go
sense. No,
inside.
I'll go. You just keep your eyes peeled out here.
I'll just because that's all I was going to do is just sit out here and like if I could see anyone moving towards it, just call out.
Yeah.
Well, not call out, but message.
Someone's coming. Just
Hey!
face palm. If I come flying out of the window, you know something's gone wrong.
You're gonna have to take out a good chunk of the wall to get out the window.
I have my ways. I might also set the
Um.
thing on fire, but I have my ways. Alright, I will stealth in and sneak round to the front. Can I, like, put some dirt on my face or whatever from the ground to disguise myself a bit so I look a little bit more feasibly like a...
You might want to leave the really big ass sword here then,
yeah, okay. It's only a
and
long
shield
sword.
and armor and
Well,
yeah, these guys aren't exactly armed.
fuck! Alright, look after these.
What? Oh, okay.
And
I'm
I'm
just
going
going to like
sort of...
tie them to Jonas.
That'll work. I'm gonna like put mud on my face or whatever to make myself look as much like a worker as I can. It's
All right. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
okay. Please. Fuck. Would that be stealth to disguise myself? Because I've not actually gone in
Actually, it
yet.
would be disguise to disguise yourself because you're not.
Oh, you try to disguise.
You're
so
not
I
trying to
think-
sneak in. You're trying to disguise yourself so that way you can just sort of walk in, aren't you?
Less. I'm trying to disguise myself so that it gives me an advantage on sneaking in. Because if people sort of glance and they'll see, oh, that's a farmer going in there or something.
Yeah, but if you just the thing is, if you're disguising yourself, then you don't need to sneak because you should be here. So if you disguise yourself to look like them and then you sneak in as well, everyone's like, "What the fuck,
Fuck it, give me my sword and
Dave!
shield back.
Dave,
going
what
in
are
as a
you doing?
mercenary.
Okay, all right, I'll just take him off of you. There you go. Have them back.
Yeah, I'm going in as a mercenary.
I'm gonna climb back into a shrub. just just sit down and wait and watch the front door. Make sure no one else.
So I'm going to go in disguised as a mercenary, basically. So I prestidigitation off the dirt. And can I use it to, like, make myself look scarred and shit? I don't think I can I?
You can give
I
yourself
don't think
tattoos.
so.
I
No,
can
'cause
give
it's just
myself
like
tattoos, yes.
it's just like dirt and grime and small,
Yeah, you can make
illusion
something.
stuffs.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I can't do tattoos, can I?
Well, you should be able to, because it just counts as illusionary image. Like just tiny ones you can stick on there. Presti's one of the really, really useful spells. Because there's a load of shit you can do.
Be creative. The spell.
Uh. I mean, can I basically prestidigitate a really shit-looking tattoo across half of my face? Just to sort of help
Yeah.
conceal my face a little bit more.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Now, would that be a disguise, or...?
Yeah, that'd be disguise.
Yeah, please roll better, because that's also a 3. That's more like it.
Okay.
I love how I'm doing all this for a fucking spoon.
So yeah, you do
I mean,
put a little shitty little drawn tattoo on your face.
Because it can make a minor illusion that looks rubbish up close, but at long range it probably looks eh.
Yeah. And you do make yourself look a bit more like gruff and how you imagine a mercenary would look.
I mean, I am a mercenary, so you know, I'm just imagining the type that this guy hires.
All right. And then you're just gonna sort of walk into the barracks.
Yeah.
All right. Stride on over and open the door and step inside. The door creaks quite a bit when you open it, and creaks again if you do you close it behind you.
I probably should, shouldn't I?
Probably.
Yeah, I'll close it behind me.
All right. The door creaks again, closed. And it's a bit dark in here, but there's a decent amount of daylight coming in through the windows.
Yeah, so it's not pitch black.
No.
Why is this spoon so important anyway? It's magical. It's a magical spoon, and I'm curious. Also, I can investigate upstairs a little bit as well.
yeah.
You could.
So,
So, what are you gonna do first?
I'm gonna pocket the. I don't actually know which spoon it is. You've still got detect magic up, right?
Oh yeah. Describing the area to you. So you came in the front door. There's two like long bench sort of tables in front of you, upon which are quite a few wooden bowls, all empty, and a good amount of spoons, one for each. They're not really set up like in any way to like be this one's for this chair or anything. It's more just sort of like they're tossed haphazardly around the table.
Oh, the spoons are all on like the benches.
No, they're all on the tables.
Okay.
Like near or in. Well, actually, no, none of them are in the.
I have no
Actual
way
bowls.
of telling which spoon is the magical one. So
There's an empty fireplace to your right, as well as another one on your left. The one on your left looks like it's for cooking stuff, though. So
This is Erland to Ezra 7-2.
Ezra, go ahead.
You got a positive ID on that there spoon.
I'm keep it real with you, Chief.
there's 16 of
There's a
them.
lot of spoons in here, and I have no way of telling which one is magical.
How big are your pockets?
Big enough. Do you want me to just pocket the lot?
Cutlery's ours.
Got it. Pocket all the knives. Or pocket all the spoons. Fuck it, I'll take
Yeah,
the knives
take
too.
all the knives, but it's just spoons
I'll
we
take all of the cutlery.
This sounds like you're just a shitty aunt that's stealing all the fancy silverware from a family reunion.
I'm gonna steal all
Oh,
the
God.
spoons. All
Just
60.
jam them in your pocket.
Oh, that's gonna make
Don't
stealth
forget.
hard.
Don't forget, Erlen to Ezra 17.
This is Ezra. Go ahead.
Just don't forget you need to search for the casualty that was taken in there.
We've got a man down, missing in action. Potentially
Yeah, we
KIA.
got-
Investigate the area.
Yeah, we
Oh
got
my
one.
God.
We got one MIA inside that building. I want you to sweep and clear the whole thing. Come out, make sure it's clear. If you got your spray on, you mark the door.
As I go upstairs, pretending to hold a gun. Nobody fucking move.
So you are going upstairs?
It's
After you jam all the spoons
yeah.
in your pocket.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna basically pick up every single fucking spoon and then shove it in like my little backpack like thing because I got like a little fanny pack around the back. And I'm just gonna jam them all in there, and then I'm
Wait a second.
gonna sneak up the stairs and just sort of pop my head over the top and look in without actually like going up the stairs.
Hold on a second.
I mean, you had detect magic
that
up. You
little
could have
fanny pack
you could
thing.
have guided me to.
Hey, Viking.
Hello.
That little fanny pack thing, was it empty before you put the spoons in it?
Pretty much.
Roll me a 1d16.
A D16? That's not a thing.
Just /roll 1d16.
40.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Now I'm concerned about what this fucking spoon does. Suddenly a demon appears out of my backpack. What the fuck?
You had a 1 in 16 chance for it to do something interesting. Depending on which spoon you put into that pack first.
I have no idea. The thing is, Erland still had detect magic up. So he would be able to see me in there and the spoon,
Not
and he could have
anymore.
guided me to it.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Or his message
As soon as I start casting
concentration.
messages down,
Oh,
yeah.
god damn it. Fuck
You
concentration.
can't have both at the same time.
Fuck concentration spells.
Hang on. This is Erlen to Ezra.
Go ahead.
Over 7. Yeah, just going radio silent for a second. Going to put on the old blinkers and have a quick sweep around first.
Okay. While he does this, I'm going to sneak up the stairs and just put my eyes over the top and have a look around.
All right. Ezra, Erland, you do see that the spoon is now near Viking's crotch.
Arse.
Okay, well,
It's in a
we'll
fanny-
It's
it's
on,
in a fanny
well,
it's
pack,
on
you
the
said.
back. A fanny pack goes anywhere around your waist.
Okay, it's near your ass then.
right. I'm just gonna put that down. All right, message pan back out again. This is Erlen to Ezra. So,
This is Ezra. Go ahead.
have you jammed those spoons up your asshole?
No, they're in my little
Just,
butt bag.
Oh, okay. Well, you got the magic one in there anyway.
Oh, that's good. I also have 15 other useless fucking spoons.
That's all right. We can sort them when we get outside. So maybe
You're
that'll
already
throw 'em off the-
outside.
Yeah, I know.
By the
when-
way,
we-
The spoons are like shittily little, like hammered into form, just metal, like iron.
I imagine
spoons.
essentially they just got a fucking ball hammer and a flat piece of metal and just slammed it down on there and then was just like, yep, that'll do.
Pretty much.
Who
I mean,
would
they are
enchant
spoons.
one
They
of
are
that?
curved.
I'll be honest.
And also, when you stick your eyes up over the top of the stairway, which is up in the corner of the barracks,
Dun, dun, dun,
So,
dun, dun, dun.
you're up in the northwest corner now.
Right.
It would have been northeast if north was the way you were facing when you came in. Because you entered from the east side, stairways on the northwest corner going up towards that corner. So you poke your head up, and, well, number one, the only way you can see is down a corridor going to the east.
Fuck. Is there anyone in that corridor?
No, all empty and quiet.
Shit. Right, I'm gonna sneak up through the corridor, can I hear like moaning or groaning or anything from? Because there was only one bloke who brought the like weak bloke back here, right?
Yep.
Okay, and he left because we saw him leave. So theoretically, the only person in here is theoretically the weak bloke, the sick bloke. So I'm going to see if I can hear any groaning or sick sounds.
Go ahead and roll me
Sniffles
perception.
or anything. I don't fucking know. It's not great.
You don't hear any. Well, besides the
I
dog.
hear a dog.
No. You don't hear any sounds off in the house or barracks. But you do get about midway through the, like, back through the building before it turns down to the south.
Okay. Do I see anyone down
And
there?
it looks like just a long, narrow hallway with, what you'd imagine are rooms on the side. But instead of doors, there's just pieces of cloth covering the openings.
Right. I'm going to sneak down there and just sort of peek my head. Like, not even like, just move the curtain enough just so I can sort of look in with a single eye so I'm not really noticed.
Okay. You don't even really need to move most of them because they don't quite fit right.
Perfect.
So they're all empty. They've all got like 2 beds in them, usually, sometimes 3 or 4. And on the 4th room on the right, there's about 6 or so rooms down each side of the hallway. On the 4th room on the right, you do see the guy that you saw collapse. He's just sort of laying there in one of the beds, peacefully asleep, as far as you can see.
No witnesses. No, Can
What, are you gonna stab him with a magic spoon?
Don't fucking tempt me. No, I'm gonna. Can I sort of tell from here what would ail him? Or
No,
would I need
not
to get
really.
sort of closer and do a full fucking medical examination?
You'd need to get closer, like actually in the room and like standing over him.
Okay. I'm going to go up behind him. So, like.
Jonas Fresna.
Why is Jotun's calling me?
Yeah, just holding it over Jonas' face. Come on, you can say something. All right, Erlen Fresna.
Go ahead.
Jonas didn't want to talk. We thought we saw something outside. Just turns out to be a squirrel.
Good.
As you were.
Good to know. Alright, so I'm assuming this guy's like laying on his side, facing a wall or whatever? Or is he on his back?
He's on his back, just sort of blanket covering him, head facing the ceiling.
Right, I'm gonna. This is stupid. I'm going
No
to
real snoring or
crawl
anything.
along the floor on all fours. And crawl up to the side of his bed and see if I can like figure out what's wrong with him.
All right.
What would I need to do, like a heal check or a knowledge?
Medicine, I think it is.
We don't have a medicine.
So then it would be heal.
Okay. There's the natural 20 that I could have done with so much earlier.
All right. So you can tell he's like, it's a combination of exhausted and like his forehead's warm, his eyes are a bit red around him, nose seems a bit stuffed up. He looks ill.
Well, I gathered
Can't
that.
quite. Yes. You can't quite tell what it is, but also as you're like taking a look at him, like just sort of nudging the blanket a little to look around, you do actually see a bit of a bruise marking on his right shoulder.
Ooh. Do I recognize, like, would... I'm going to CSI this shit up. Would the bruise mark coincide with the shapes of the truncheons that the guys are carrying?
Roughly.
Interesting.
Like, roughly as in, it could have been that. It could have been one of his friends nailed him with a tree branch. It could have been he ran into a tree.
Can I roll for CSI? Oh, we lost Rene. Oh no, there he is.
Yep.
What happened there?
There we go. Sorry, I have no idea. My internet just went. I'm just gonna turn it off for a second.
Just a second. Yeah.
Just to annoy you.
Yeah, I tried to roll for CSI, but
There's not really enough there to, like, figure it out.
I kind of needed mouth swab, fucking black light, DNA test.
Need
a lot.
access to the weapon itself, that sort of thing.
It's Erlen to Ezra, 7-2.
Go ahead.
Just spotted one of the overseers heading inside the main building. The one that actually brought the bloke in here. Don't know whether that means we need to be heading out soon.
Wait, he's coming into this building.
No, he's heading into the main house, but I don't know whether he's passing messages on or what.
Shit. Okay, I'm coming out. And I will crawl back along the floor on all fours out of the fucking thing, being as quiet as I can.
Alright.
This is going to be the weirdest thing when they all come back in from working. I don't know how to explain it, boss. We were all out in the field. Someone came along and stole all the spoons and left.
You bastards can't be trusted with anything.
So I'm going to...
So you're just making your way out of the barracks?
I mean,
Making his way downtown.
crawling fast. Erlen didn't see anything aside from the spoon, did he?
No. That was the only thing that had a magical aura, and even that was faint.
So there are like 6 rooms down this corridor, right?
Yeah, on each side.
That are like covered with a cloth.
Yeah.
What
You'd
about
assume
the
them to
other
be,
ones?
like,
Are
bedrooms.
there wooden doors or?
No, both sides are cloth, and you poked your head into both of them, and they were both looked the same.
Right, so there are no like,
Anywhere between 2 to 4 beds each.
so up here there's no like wooden doors or anything at all.
No, not that you can see.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly sort of just have a peek in all of them as I leave.
Okay. Yeah, just more beds. No real drawers or like candles or anything in them.
Like, what is the
Just,
quality of the bedding in this establishment?
looks mainly to be hay covered by a rough blanket with another rough blanket on top of it,
Ooh,
and like a little straw-filled pillow thing.
so a 4-star Holiday Inn, got ya.
Yes, obviously.
Right, so I'm going to sneak downstairs and out.
All right. So the door creaks open, and it creaks shut. And as you get back around the corner towards the trees, you actually, both you and Erland, notice that the one who carried the guy inside has come out of the main manor with somebody else.
Mm-mm.
Looks like a doctor of some sort, and are heading towards the barracks.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to Ireland. We would be hidden from that, right? Behind our little like hedge.
Yes, you would.
Okay. Would I have time to sneak back in? Before they
I
got
mean, they're
there?
heading straight for.
So probably not.
You could run back in, but you'd be seen.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going back over to Ireland.
All right.
Nothing else untoward creeping about or anything.
No, no one else creeping about. Just people going about their daily work.
Okay. So we learned anything from the from that bloke that was inside? Or
He was unconscious. He was ill.
really?
Not
Wow.
not
Okay.
sure what he was ill with, but he was definitely ill. Uh, it's kind of like a motel in there, honestly. Lots of rooms covered
What,
with
black lights?
yes, covered with like
Wow.
fucking cloths over the doors, hay beds. It's not terrible, I suppose. Not tavern quality, but
But not. Okay.
and he did have a bruise on his shoulder. Could fit the truncheon size. Could be pretty much anything of the similar size, like a chair leg or tree branch. Also, here are 16 spoons. And I pull them all
Okay.
out and just give them to Erland.
I'll put the detect magic back on again,
All
so
right.
I can find which of the ones is magical.
So you do actually find it. Doesn't look any real different from the others. Just a shittily made spoon, as far as you can see.
Okay. Well, I'll keep
Besides
this.
the faint aura of conjuration.
Okay. Well, I'll keep this for now.
Cool. Can I have the other 15?
Yeah. Go for it.
Yay.
Just hand him the other 15 spoons. Are they going to be like calling cards? Do we have to stick a rusty spoon? Is that what we're going to be called as a group? The rusty spoons?
I like this idea.
We don't
Right.
have like a
So,
band name.
in additional gear, I need to put my components pouch and 15 iron rusty spoons.
Not rusty, just
Okay, just 15
Like
times
shitty.
iron shitty spoon.
15 shitty spoons.
There we go. We could try and sell them to a blacksmith for scrap. Why do you have 15 iron spoons? Don't ask questions. Do you want them or not?
No, we're keeping these spoons.
Fair enough.
All right. So who was it who was heading back over to the barracks building?
The overseer that you saw carrying the guy, as well as what looks to be like some kind of doctor.
Okay.
Mission successful.
All right. Just sort of hang around. Is there any way for us to sort of like hang around towards the sort of back of the building and see if we could hear what was being said inside?
The walls looked
Or
pretty
not?
thick, and there weren't really any windows on the top
Okay.
floor, so
No worries. Let's. I say we pull back a wee bit so we got a bit more space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the tree line. Da-da-da-da-da.
Suddenly back in the shrub.
Suddenly, in a
Camera
tree.
cuts back to us as we were sliding into a shrub line.
Zulu wishes they were this cool.
We both
Alright.
somehow acquired these pairs of fucking aviators.
What, are we a fucking
God.
crime fighting duo from the 80s now?
But yeah, you do make it back into the tree line just fine.
Excellent. I can't believe that fucking
now
worked.
here- Well, hang on a moment.
Oh yeah, you're right. We don't know if it worked.
Yeah. So we don't know. We essentially don't know anything more about this man or people. Right. Just checking something quick.
We haven't really learnt much aside from the fact that someone had a spoon that was shittily made but enchanted with conjuration magic, and some guy's ill, possibly being beaten, possibly not.
Okay, sorry. Red, just for out of character. I've just gone to check on the identify spell that I have, and apparently the spell description for it that I have is for detect magic.
That's not
Huh.
right. Identify allows you to identify
No, I know.
things.
I know. I wanted to see whether I could. I wanted to see how.
Oh,
Runic?
Sorry, can you hear me?
yeah, your internet is going a
Yes.
bit funky.
Yeah. Okay. So identify literally just has. What?
Like, identify.
Literally, I was gonna say the description that identify has here is literally just detect magic
It's a cantrip, isn't it? Or is it a level 1?
level 1.
Level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
well.
identify is specific.
Yes, it is. I just wanted to find out the specifics of it in particular, but it doesn't matter. Just go for it. It's just on the off chance that anyone looks at what I have. I do have the spell identify. It just has the fucking description of detect magic for some reason.
That's fine.
I'm now looking up the actual description.
So am I.
Identify. Here it is. Wine stirred with an owl's feather. Okie dokie then. This functions as detect magic, except that
Oh,
gives you a plus
so-
10 to bonus enchantments on spellcraft checks, made to identify the properties and command words of magic items in your possession. This spell does not
Doesn't
allow
let you
you to identify artifacts. Is this fucking spoon an artifact?
Well, I mean, we can check.
If you can't tell me what it does, then yeah, it's an artifact.
Just sit here and intently focus on this spoon and cast identify on it.
Alright. You're casting identify on it.
Now he sends you what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ghostly spoon.
It's a spoon that turns other things into spoons.
Let me just...
I know, because that wouldn't be conjuration, would it? That would be...
Sorry, what was the restrictions on it?
it can't identify artifacts, that's the only thing.
It can't be an artifact.
So yeah, if
It
this,
can,
if
Okay.
this shitty spoon...
magical items and trigger words for shit are fine, but artifacts. But I still have to do a spellcraft check to discover what it is.
Go ahead and give me that spellcraft check then.
But it does give you a plus 10, or... No, that's only for enchanting it.
Oh, yeah. No, I was going to say, it gives me a plus 10 to discover those sort of things.
Oh, does it?
So,
Oh yes, enchantment
yeah,
discovery.
that's what it said. Yeah. Sorry, I was like, why the fuck have I got -2? Like, oh no, that's Jonas.
I'll be honest, Chief. I don't know.
So that plus 10.
So that's 21.
21.
Yep. Give me 1 second.
It's going to be like, any food you dip this spoon in instantly becomes illusionary and you don't actually get any nourishment from it.
That would be the worst enchantment to have on a fucking spoon.
Ooh. Good. If it could be a way for us to kill Headley.
But
Sexually
starve him
used.
slowly over 6 weeks.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what you found, Riddick.
I think you'll find I went and got it. He did find it, though. Yes, I'll give him that.
Now you see why there was a 1 in 16 chance, don't you?
Oh, God. What does it do?
All right. Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? It
hang
fucking
on.
does something. Who would enchant
hang on.
something with an enchantment that does
Just-
nothing?
No. Shush. Watch. And I'm gonna get the message pan up,
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna put the spoon in and go watch. And the pan's gonna slowly
Alright.
fill with like a thick, pasty gruel.
I went in there. Stealthily. Pulled off the greatest stealth mission of my life. To capture a spoon that makes fucking gruel?
I mean,
We do now have
Yeah,
a spoon
it's
that
quite
makes
good.
infinite food, yes, but...
but it's quite good for you. I mean, it does taste like damp cardboard. I mean, legitimately, in the description of the item, it says it tastes like
Tastes
damp
like
cardboard.
warm, wet cardboard.
But it's quite good for you.
It is highly nutritious and contains anything necessary to sustain any herbivorous, omnivorous, or carnivorous creature.
It can produce sufficient gruel each day to feed 4 people.
I'm going to set it on fire.
What? No! My
It's
magic
metal.
spoon.
It's metal. He can't set it on fire.
I need to
can
close the
fucking
thing.
try.
Hang on. I need to-
It's my magic spoon, did you just say?
It is.
Listen, leave me alone.
That's a fucking quote. No,
Some
it's my
people
magic
have like
spoon.
other magical items.
Now you've got a magical pan and a magical spoon, which you can use to eat gruel from your magical pan. Wait, so I had a 1 in 16 chance of making gruel in my bum bag.
Yes.
God fucking damn it. That would have been interesting.
Yes, it would have.
Who the fucking chance a spoon to do that?
Magic spoon. I'm just sat eating gruel out of the little pan now. That's right. It does taste like warm cardboard.
I'm not even going to ask how you know what warm, damp cardboard tastes like.
Listen, when you're out in when you're living rough, you kind of have to take what you.
You don't eat your home.
No, I live. What? No, I camp in a forest. I don't camp out of cardboard. It's not.
Okay, so we broke in. Well, I broke in, stole 16 spoons, one of which creates fucking infinite gruel every day.
Don't go knocking it till you. This is really quite nice.
I imagine you're just sitting there.
Just
In
literally said it.
full
Just,
fucking
just
like Buddha position, you know, legs
yeah,
crossed.
just a.
And all we learned is their workers are not exactly treated the greatest in their sleeping conditions, and they might be being beaten. World's worst detective agency.
Hey, but at least I'm not hungry anymore.
I'm going to headbutt the fucking nearest tree.
Okay, so yeah, that's been a particularly shitty recon thing there, hasn't it? Really? They just sit around and wait for the doctor to come back out with the hut.
Fine.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else you want us to do, really. Can't just walk up. Excuse me. How are you treated? Are you well?
Bellhen fucking would.
That's maybe we needed him. We could have done with, considering he's to do with the illnesses and such and the curing thereof. Maybe he'd have been a better choice sneaking into the bastard.
Just because he's a cleric doesn't mean he's a healer.
He might have been able to give me something a bit better than. Well, I did. He doesn't look like a fucking battle mercy to me, does he?
Well, I don't know.
I'm just thinking that he might have been able to, apply a little bit more of the kind of, yes, no, this guy's definitely got dengue fever or whatever.
Yeah, but do you think
Rather
the little
than just
bastard would have been able to sneak in there?
Probably.
Touche.
If we'd set fire upon the half of the house, but
Hey, I made it in there and out there
slightly-
without burning the place down. I call that a win.
you did. You're right. You're right. It was a surprise. I'll be honest. I was massively surprised. Although, if I'm honest, your assessment of this unconscious chap of him being ill was totally and utterly unuseful.
What? He was ill. He had a fever, he had bloodshot eyes, he had a sniffly nose. What more do you want? I can't exactly give him a full fucking examination.
So he's got a cold.
Maybe. Or he's got man flu. I don't bloody know. Or he could have the Black Plague, for all I fucking know.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to go back to my binoculars looking at the barracks. Waiting.
All right.
Just hold it up to see if we can see anything else.
Yeah, it takes a good while, like 20, 30 minutes before anything really happens. And even then, it's just the overseer who went in there, just sort of going out and heading back over towards the field near you guys where he started.
So he's left the doctor in there on his own.
Yep.
God damn it! Am I sneaking back in there?
I never said that.
You were thinking it.
Yes, but I didn't say it.
I can pose as a mercenary, I suppose, but maybe the doctor would know most of them.
I don't know. I just otherwise this has been a total waste of time. Other than the spoon, obviously.
I'm gonna shove that spoon where the sun don't shine in a minute.
It's not very nice.
Fine, let's go back and I'll see if I can talk to the doctor.
I mean, you're good at talking. That's why I wouldn't ask you to do this if you weren't good at it.
I mean, that's fair.
Right. Okay. Well, off you pop.
I'll sneak back along the hedge. I will knock the pan on the floor before I leave.
Spilled out most of the gruel
Oh well.
that's
If he'd
left.
emptied it, I could have put it back in again. That's the thing. It's a spoon. It makes infinite gruel. I've got the magic spoon.
He's like a fucking child. My God.
To be fair, are you much better?
This
I was
is
going to
true.
say, says Mister pissing in the.
I
Says
never
Mr.
did.
Hormone adult teenager.
Yeah. Fuck off. Right, I'm sneaking back. Just keep an eye out
Alright.
in case someone comes. And then I will, basically, when I get back to the hedge, I will then pretend that I belong and walk back in.
Alright.
With my shitty tattoo. That has still not gone away because
So-
it's not been an hour.
Yeah, it has not. It's only been half an hour, roughly. So you head in, door creaks as you open it, door creaks behind you as you close it, the usual.
I go back up
And are you
to
just
the
gonna head up
room,
there?
yes.
Alright.
Is there any, like, bread or anything like that just sitting around?
No.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. What about a potato?
Oh, that's lovely.
No.
He's thinking of additives for my gruel.
No, I was just going to be the dickhead mercenary who was eating the fucking workers' food, you know, but okay.
No, there's no food out in the open or anything that you can see.
Fair enough. I'll just go upstairs to the bloke's room.
Alright. So you do hear a bit of nothing really loud, just a bit of activity from in the room,
I will
like shuffling of feet, that sort of thing.
pull open the curtain. How is he, Doc?
Alright. Oh, so now you people are interested in the workers' conditions. He looks over and
Well, I wouldn't go as far
looks
as
at you
saying
with disdain.
interested, but I was told to come and check.
he'll live.
What's wrong with him? It's not
He'll
contagious, is it?
recover. Oh no, not that. No,
Is-
he'll recover within a couple days. It's nothing serious.
And I will casually just go, hey, what's that bruise on his neck?
He stops what he's doing and looks up at you quizzically. On his neck? Do you mean the one on his shoulder?
Well, neck, shoulder, same area, right? Look, I just hit things with a sword.
His face hardens. Yes, and he's been hit with a stick.
Like a big fucking twig thing, or like one of the overseers?
I don't know. If anyone, you would.
Well,
Hell,
I
one
just
of you
guard the
people might have been one of the
mansion.
people who did it.
Look, I just guard the mansion. I am a private hire by myself. Some of these guys come from fucking mercenary bands. Dicks. And I spit on the floor.
His eyebrows raise at that. Interesting. But yes, like I said, he'll make a fine recovery. You may go back to your duties, I'd imagine.
Fine, I'll tell the boss. And I walk off.
All right.
And I walk away.
And I walk away. And I come back out and go back to Yurland. Again.
Have you used another charge of the spoon?
No, this is scraping up what's left of the thing.
What, off the
okay.
floor?
No,
Off
out of
the
the pan.
pan.
Okay.
There's just like cleaning the pan down.
All right.
Cybran and Belhan are going to be so fucking confused when you say you've got a magic spoon. Right then.
I have a magical spoon.
Also, because it is just the two of you, would you mind wrapping it up soonish?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, can do. if you want.
We
Yeah,
haven't
don't want to do
learned
much
Shit.
major
shit.
without the rest of the crew.
Other than dragging this on for the sake of the entire.
We haven't learned shit.
Well,
Well, actually, we
Well,
learned
you
quite,
learned a couple
quite some
things.
good information from the doctor.
there are bits and pieces that can be put together to see the patterns, but
Right, so, hang on. Right, so, the doctor, or whoever he is, I'm assuming the doctor, hasn't got much faith or love for mercenaries. Oh, by the way, the bloke's going to make a full recovery, apparently. Yeah, the doctor hasn't got much love for mercenaries. Is slightly confused by me, but most people are. And I pointed out the bruise on the guy's shoulder, and he said that it was most likely from one of the overseers. So
Okay, well, fair enough.
is it getting to like midday now?
Oh, I've just cleaned the spoon off, so I'm just going to put the spoon in my back.
Red, is it getting towards like midday now? Because we've been here a few hours, I would imagine.
yeah, it is getting towards midday.
Right.
Also, both of you notice door on the barracks opens again. Doctor comes out, closes the door behind him, and heads over towards the main manor.
Okay. I'm going to dispel the shitty tattoo that covered most of my face. Because, funnily enough, when you've got this huge tattoo over your face, it's difficult for people to make out features specifically. Because their eyes are constantly drawn to this tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Especially if it was a massive knob.
It wasn't a massive knob, it was a sort of huge tribal thing. Just to be
Also, good
dickheadish.
God, those were both above 20s.
What were? Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, I say we go back to the tavern and see
Perception checks.
if the other two are feeling better and are actually present.
Well, if we're heading back the entire way, we might as well at least have Jotunus ranging ahead a bit, and at least I'll sling my crossbow out and say we might as well at least pretend to look like we're hunting.
Sure.
Just sneak on
And
back out the
as
front.
you say that, back at the manor, you notice the door opens again, and a very, like, almost like a captain sort of looking person, like very fancy dress, but still armor
Oh,
and all that, like steps out with a couple of men behind him, points two towards the barracks and the other two to sweep the forest near it.
fuck, we've been made. Leg it.
Well, I wouldn't suggest we actually sprint anywhere.
No, like stealthily jog.
Let's just leave.
Yeah. And head back towards the tavern.
Alright. And that is where we will call it today. Because, well, we're 50% down.
Yeah. Basically, half of the people on here, so.
Yeah. So, Bellin probably won't be. He might be able to make it tomorrow.
Yeah. We will have to.
I can't tomorrow.
Say that again, Runic.
I can't tomorrow.
Okay.
I've got a lot of crap I need to get done around the place tomorrow.
No problem. We can shoot for next
think-
week.
Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll just be putting Christmas decorations up. So.
Oh,
Yeah, the holidays are coming up shortly, so
the holidays
Yeah,
are coming.
the issue is that we have like a garlandy thing that goes outside our door. That some of the hooks that like we attach it to have come out, so I need to re-drill and resync stuff into the walls before I put it up, and then I've got to climb a ladder to put the fucking thing up anyway. So
fair enough.
it'll likely be like a couple of hours of me doing that. So I don't think I'll be able to do it tomorrow.
Fair enough. I don't know if
No
everyone
problem.
will be in the same boat. I know Cybern's done his like. Belhan may well still be at that job thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he could.
So
So we'll probably
We
just end
call
up
for
shooting
next
for
Wednesday?
same time next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
ooh,
No worries.
And then I like how this session has literally been like 4 hours, and most of it was us sitting in a fucking forest. With me holding my hands up like I'm looking through binoculars.
Welcome
yeah,
to
it was-
Recon in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's just like take it slow.
We
You
got a
you
little bit of
actually look,
information and a fucking spoon.
Hey, whoa! Don't go dissing my spoon.
God damn it. Oh, god damn it.
I get a magic spoon. I get a magic.
Oh yeah, I should write that in my notes. Gain sustaining spoon. That's what it's actually called. The sustaining spoon.
God.
I've got a magic spoon. I've got a magic spoon.
I hate everyone.
Oh, don't worry. Your loot roll might be a thing,
Ooh, I hope so.
depending on what you do.
I hate you, Nick.
Well, it's gonna be interesting because either way, it's gonna help someone in the party.
Fair enough. But we will find that out maybe next week.
Indeed.
If we can ever figure out what the fuck we're doing.
That is a good question.
But yes, next week it is.